And welcome to another episode of Cats Cut Podcast. We are presented by Cumberland Auto Rentals. Whether you are looking to rent a vehicle on an insurance claim or planning your next vacation, Cumberland Auto Rentals is here to help you. They are proudly serving the areas of Ewing, Pennington Gap, and Harlan. You can reach them on Facebook or call them at 276-861-2710. They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5 p.m. and Friday, 8 to 4. So go give them a shout out if you're looking for one of them. So, and we're back. How are we feeling tonight, boys?
Pretty great.
Feeling pretty good, man. What about you guys?
Good stuff. Doing great, man.
Feeling great. Awesome.
You're feeling awesome.
This hat makes me feel powerful.
Does it?
Like
Powerful.
I could run the country.
Like you could run the country. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us how you really feel, Cody.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. All right. So, boys, we had a game on Saturday that did not go our way. So how are we feeling about that? Like
We're fine.
14-4?
We're fine.
I
That's
agree.
all I gotta say.
Or 14-5, I'm sorry.
I'm with them. We're fine. I'm with all
Yeah.
you
No
guys.
reason to overreact. We're okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You're saying that, Cody? No reason to overreact?
No reason to overreact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. If you're saying that.
I will
that's
say
just-
this is the biggest week of Kentucky basketball in probably close to a decade. So this week is huge, in my opinion.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
I ain't even worried about what happened on Saturday. These two games right here, if we can win these next two games, build Coach Pope a statue. Like, that's how I feel about it. That's just my opinion.
So
Take it or leave it.
we're building statues for regular season wins now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are this time. Get these next two. These next two are important, Christian.
They
Can you
are
not admit-
important.
can you not
They are.
can you not admit that this week is huge?
It's huge. Like, I mean, you got Tennessee tomorrow at 7, and then you've got arguably the most circled game in not just Kentucky fans or Arkansas fans' calendar. It's probably across the nation. Everybody wants to see that matchup of Cal versus Kentucky.
Yep.
And so, like, everybody's ready for that. And so it's a huge game. I just hope the lights aren't too bright.
All they do.
That's what scares me.
I'm more worried about tomorrow than I am Saturday, if I'm being honest. Because Saturday's at home, tomorrow is on the road. Tennessee's pretty ticked off over what happened in the Auburn game. So they're going to become guns a-blazing against us, a team that, they always want to beat us, especially on their own home court. Tomorrow's going to be a lot more difficult. I've been told that Carr may not be able to play tomorrow either. There's no official update on that, but there's a chance that he will not be playing tomorrow, which does not help us at all. If anything, hurts us really badly because we need him. He's our only consistent down-low presence at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I think Amari Williams has been kind of lackluster. Let me say that.
In and out.
When you look at Vanderbilt, he grabbed 2 defensive rebounds the whole game.
Yeah.
And he's 7 foot, man. And he's just, if he could be more consistent, I mean, he would be such a force underneath.
Agreed.
And I will say this, this is just my opinion, and I know it's, different, features of the game. And it really worked with Vanderbilt because they had 5 guards on the floor all the time. But Garrison and Amari Williams on the floor at the same time, if they can kind of work together cohesively, I mean, that's really not a bad lineup together. It's just usually Amari or Garrison, one of the two, is going to be lost offensively if they're not doing the high screen action. But as far as like defensively and and the rebounding, everything, I mean, pairing them from time to time is not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And another thing is I would like to see, of course, I'm not like say anything about Coach Pope or anything like that, because he's 10 times more knowledgeable of the game than any of us. But I like to see more. I like to see more zone, man. We need to run more zone, especially against UT, because they can't throw.
Sure.
Outside of Lanier, they don't have an offensive presence. So
Okay.
I would like to see that. I was looking at the past 7 games. UT has scored 51, 68, 75, 74 twice, 43, and 76. The difference in us in Tennessee is we have to get them to play our style of ball versus theirs. We don't do very well against aggressive teams, but we do. But if they're going to play our type of ball, running up and down, three-point shooting, all that stuff, then we're going to be in much better shape. But that whole gritty, beating each other up. I mean, Auburn and Tennessee the other night looked like they were playing football. So, yeah, I mean, if you watch that game at all, they just might as well just gave them football helmet and pads. But we're not going to do well in that kind of a game, and I know Tennessee's going to bring that to this game.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they've only been allowing 58 points a game.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But us and Alabama is going to be the 2 best offensive teams they play all year.
Agreed. Agreed.
For sure. Hands down. So I think I don't know. I think we beat Tennessee at Tennessee last year. I know we can beat them, and especially with this team. And we're much better this year than we were last year.
Agreed.
So I'm not going to rule out us winning at UT, but I will say UT losing twice in a row is going to be. I think that's a big thing. Mentally, and coming off that Auburn loss, they're just going to be mad. So
that's what I was thinking.
We just got to have the right mindset against this team. I think Butler and Ziegler playing against each other is just going to be going to be fun too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be old school. Okay, somebody else take over for a second.
Oh, he left. But I do agree with Justin's point on that, because Lamont's one of the better defenders in the SEC as well as Ziegler. So that's going to be a really fun one-on-one matchup. But if you don't have Andrew Carr come into the game tomorrow, it's really going to hurt us down low, because like Justin was saying, Tennessee is a very physical team, and we need Carr to add to that physicality. So it's going to be rough if he doesn't play. In addition to that, have you guys heard any news on the availability of Kerr Kriisa? He was kind of shooting in warm-ups in the Vanderbilt game. Is there any word on what he's going to be doing tomorrow?
I've not heard anything recently on the only thing that I've heard is that someone said he possibly could do medical red shirt.
Oh man.
But that's not for certain. They said it's possible he could do that if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll come back. Like I said, I've not heard nothing about what is going to happen with him. But
yeah. What do you think about that?
Hey, you need to bring Dylan on. I vote next time we play UT. We need to get Dylan on. Can we do that?
All right, hey Dylan, if you're available, I'm gonna send you the link.
Oh,
right now?
Right now.
Oh,
So
all right, let's get it. That's fine.
Well, we're gonna tip of the cap. State line, go check them out. So we're gonna invite a Vols fan right on here.
Oh dear gosh.
That would be intense.
I gotta give it to him. You're putting on a true Vols fan. He's not one of these just Kentucky haters. He's a true Tennessee fan for sure. So
I think Dylan is such a troll too. He just likes to troll and get people mad too, and it's so funny because he can get people. I see him all the time on Twitter. He does these like bait tweets on Kentucky fans, and people buy it, and it's just so funny.
Yeah.
But I sent you the link, Dylan.
Lordy day.
That'd be funny.
Okay. The only reason he's probably on here is because I sent him an invite to it that we're live. So
yeah, I just sent it to him. All right.
Well, we could go back to the Vanderbilt game and talk about it for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will give one thing about UK was that we didn't foul a lot. We didn't give up as many free throws. With Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. Each of those three teams shot over 30 free throws. Vanderbilt shot 4 of 11 from the free throw line. Probably should have sent them more to the free throw line. Honestly, you shoot 4 of 11 from free throws. Probably should have sent them there more. But the big difference was turnovers. Turnovers killed us.
Oh yeah,
agreed.
We had 17 turnovers. Lamont Butler had 6. Lamont Butler almost had as many turnovers in this game than he did the rest of the season combined.
Yeah,
and that's just out of his nature. That's not going to repeat itself.
He just looked odd playing the other night. I don't know what it was about how he was playing. Like there was a moment where he was driving, and he kind of just it wasn't even a pass. He just kind of let the ball go. And it got stolen. Like it was confusing.
Do you feel that the depth perception of that arena had something to do with that? Maybe because that's not a typical basketball arena. People forget that it's built very differently.
I would probably say more so his shoulder. I mean, it could have been his shoulder. I mean, doing stuff like that, I mean, that doesn't explain the other 11 turnovers we had as a team. But
do you think the not allowing the team to have a shoot around was?
Oh, did you all know that?
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, they didn't allow Kentucky to have one.
Yeah,
I think that's garbage.
Agreed.
That's garbage.
And they may not even let Tennessee have one either. They probably didn't let Tennessee have one.
What's going to happen if they don't let Auburn have one? Because they got Auburn coming up soon.
They got them at home?
I'm pretty sure Vandy's got Auburn at Vandy. I'm pretty sure.
They're getting everybody at home right now.
Let's see here. Yes, they've got Auburn at Vanderbilt Tuesday, February 11th.
That's crazy. Wow.
That is.
They won't beat Auburn. There's no.
I don't think they will. Or
there's
they won't.
no.
Tennessee couldn't even beat Auburn.
There's no way.
I misspoke. I agree with Justin. I don't think they will. My apologies. Yeah, Auburn should win that game.
Is it kind of like saying somebody's going to beat the Chiefs?
Yeah, pretty much. Basically.
Gotcha. But I think that not having a shoot around had a little bit to do with it. But I feel like on the road, we kind of, we're not as physical, if that makes sense. We let the crowd get in our heads.
I think we'll be ready tomorrow, though. I think we'll be ready Tuesday.
You better hope.
I think because that arena is going to be loud and wild.
Is it at home? I thought it was away.
It's away.
It's away, but they're going to be crazy down there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Both sides, both ways. So, but I don't know. I mean, I think we definitely can win this game. It's just going to have to take a full, going after it the whole stretch of the way. No slacking whatsoever. But we'll see what happens. I just hope they can contain Chaz Lanier. He's not been playing really well past few games for UT. He's really the only consistent offensive guy they have.
Right.
And when he is not on, I mean, they are a shell of themselves offensively. I just don't see them holding UK to 50, 60 points. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't see it. And so, but then too, there are some teams we play against that have their best shooting night against us. So, I mean, you just never know.
It's like these D3 schools turned into the dream team when they come to Rupp.
It's it, man. And but I think for the fan base, I think for Kentucky, I think that we're going to be ready. I do think their guards are going to put a lot of pressure on us shooting threes and really guarding the three well. I think this is a game where I would like to see Jackson Robinson just absolutely go off. You need to go off in the mid-range game. I mean, that's because we're going to have to learn. We're going to have to get points in the paint in mid-range and open up threes because they're going to be shutting the three. They're going to be putting a lot of pressure on the three-point shot, especially early, especially when Bray is in. I mean, this is probably the best defensive team in all of college basketball. So, I mean, we're just going to have to be able to get in the lane and score, and mid-range has got to be falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Agreed.
We need to just have a statement SEC win again. Like, we just need another one just to remind the entire fan base and me that Kentucky is still a dominant program. I'm not losing faith. I'm just trying not to buy the hype that we're going to go to like a Final Four or something, because I don't want to be let down. You know, I'm tired of being let down by sports teams. The Browns have done it way too much to me. So I'm not, and Kentucky football this past year, I'm not letting a basketball team get my hopes up. So I'm keeping my standards low, and I'm going to come off as a hater just because I don't want to buy in. And we're going to win a game that we shouldn't, or not that we shouldn't. We're going to blow out a team that we should barely beat, and I'm going to be, like, obnoxious because that's how I am. And I'm trying to tamper my expectations, if that makes sense. Because I know we have to give Pope his leniency this year, which I have been. I mean, 14-5, he's already exceeded expectation, I believe, for me. But I mean, if we win the next two and we win them in nice fashion, I'm gonna be intolerable. I'm gonna be burning couches.
Even at this point, you know, 3-3 conference record, 14-5 overall. A first round bye is, well, I keep calling it first round bye. Have you guys seen how the SEC tournament is like set up this year? It is so much different from what we're used to. So you got 4 teams that have a first round bye and 4 other teams that have a first and second round bye. So 1 through 4 gets 2 round byes, and 5 through 8 gets the first round bye. So if you get the 1 through 4, you're sitting pretty. I think Kentucky can still get the 1 through 4 seed. And if you get that increases your chances of making to an SEC championship game, still getting that 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. If they get put in a good enough bracket, you could potentially see Kentucky making an Elite 8 run, Sweet 16 maybe, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I believe Kentucky can still get in the top 4. I do think Auburn and Alabama will have the top 2 locked up.
I agree.
I don't see them falling back whatsoever. But from 3rd through 10th, that anybody can go anywhere through that. That's just my opinion on that.
Yeah. Right now, you've got Kentucky, Tennessee, and Florida fighting around that 3 and 4. So whoever gets the 5 is going to be kind of put at a disadvantage, which is why tomorrow's game has that much more implications. So that'll be an interesting battle to see those 3 teams fight for the 2 round byes, I guess you can call it.
Yeah. See, you know, one thing that I think that we need to do to flip that switch is we just need one of them old school, just locked down games. Like where we walk in, we just shut down an opponent. We don't let them get anything going. Like, we just punch them right in the mouth and just keep punching. Don't let them get a hit in. Just keep punching, all gas, no brakes. Just take over an opponent.
Bite an ear off.
Bite an ear off. Bite a kneecap. Go down swinging. I mean, just go out there and let loose.
Have some grit.
Yeah, like, I mean, I want, like, technicals. Like, I want just full on.
I want ejections.
Yeah. Nobody good, but I want somebody, maybe like a bench player or something, to go in there for like 2 seconds, like Colin Chandler, go out there and just swing on somebody. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. But I do want some grit. Like, I want like the Kirk Krissa energy out there, even though he's not out there. I want somebody just going, just crazy.
Yeah, he would be so fun for tomorrow night, man.
Oh, and versus Arkansas?
He'd be so much fun. Goodness.
March Pope.
Did you guys know that Thompson Bowling Arena is now at the Food City Center in Knoxville? So they got jealous that we were at Kroger Field, so they had to have Food City Center.
I guess.
Bunch of bums.
Food City 500, buddy. Nice.
What's Rupp at? Is it the Lexington Center? Is that what it is?
I thought it was like Central Bank or something like that.
It is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Lexington Center is the hotel separate.
Probably. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep. You're right.
I
think they should rename it the Cody Center.
They really should.
Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing.
In the shape of Cody's face.
I've done so much for that program. Talk so much smack.
Cody has basically funded Kroger Field with as many games as he's went to.
Yeah.
The drinks that he buys.
I basically own Kroger Field. I basically own it.
I mean, he was a donor there for a little bit
I was.
for the football program.
Yeah. Tell him.
He's got a concession stand named after him.
I walk up to the concession stand. They already have it ready for me. It's like, here's your Coke. Oh, thanks, man.
The home game special.
What section? What section is it? What section would the
section is it,
concession stand be?
I think it's 226 or 227.
Yeah, I just walk up and
Cody's concession stand.
I see the guy in the back and say, "Hey, you got me? Yeah, I got you."
He slides it out the side door. He sees Cody walking. He just slides it out the side door.
It's like I get nachos and a Coke every time. So they would just bring me a bowl of nachos with jalapenos and tons of cheese.
So what game was it? It was like blistering cold, and you went out and got like a Dr. Pepper with ice like loaded in it.
I think it was the Vandy game, wasn't it?
I think so. Like
it was the Vandy game because you were wearing shorts for some reason. You had shorts on, and you were like, "I'm cold." And then the lady beside us gave her blanket to you, and you had the blanket.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
No, she like threw it on me, and like I was
complaining or whining so much.
I wasn't whining. I didn't say a thing.
He was just doing this.
Well, no, they didn't say because I was already up this way, and I had already packed my bag. They did not say it was going to be cold. Okay, it was nowhere in the description or the weather that it was going to be 40 degrees.
I can see Christian having this Dumb and Dumber conversation. The extra blanket? You've had this extra blanket this whole time?
That's so great.
No, and they left. They left like mid third quarter. So I mean, Cody stayed till like the last second.
Yeah.
So I'm up there.
Cody, we would this the whole
I wasn't that bad. I just swayed a lot. That was.
Yeah, it was a shiver sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. But going back to Kentucky basketball. So I mean, so big game tomorrow. What are your guys' keys to success?
No turnovers.
None?
No turnovers.
Zero.
Perfect shooting.
Which Justin explained it perfectly in the regards of trying to make Tennessee play our style of basketball. I think that was well said. You know, I just checked it. They got the number 3 defense in the country in terms of points per game. I feel like if you factor in strength of schedule, they've got the number 1 overall defense. I'd say Kim Palm has them listed as number 1, but I've not looked at it. Really, you got to get back to the bread and butter, which is shooting threes, making threes. I think that's one of our number 1 attributes. Tennessee's going to do everything they can to stop that, and we've got to do a better job of getting guys open. You got Brea and a couple of others that can shoot with a hand in their face, but overall, we've got to do a better job of getting guys open so they can make those shots. I think that's going to be my key. So,
heck yeah, Cody.
No turnovers.
Okay.
Be physical. Rebound the ball. Don't allow second chance points.
I like it.
Kobe Bryant better be hitting every single 3 he shoots too. So that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a hot statement. I think Kentucky's gonna have to shoot at least 50% to win. Not 50. I'm sorry, 40.
40 would be fair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
40.
Sure.
Went a little crazy there for a
Yeah.
second.
Now you want to know a team
Math is hard.
That would
At the
probably
1,
beat
2.
Tennessee like without a shadow of a doubt.
Score more points.
No, a team that would easily beat Tennessee. Give me the St. John Red Storm. Rick Pitino gonna come in Thompson bowling like he used to and put a whooping on them volunteers. Let me tell you, he would do it every single time. Now St. John's undefeated, never been beaten in history. Never been beaten
in history.
Number one team in the Big East. UConn Dan Hurley doesn't know how to coach no more because he didn't take the Kentucky job. He's like,
He got scared.
He's scared because we'd have probably said some words to him at this point.
Could you imagine if we'd have hired him? Like if he would have been the coach and he acted the way he does.
Man, I don't care if he's won 2 championships or not. I tend to want to take Pope over Hurley any day of the week. I'm sorry.
Have you seen
just imagine him just throwing a temper tantrum like he does on the side, just going nuts. Like he's worse than Cal, like going crazy.
I would agree with that now.
Huh?
Hands down.
He used to not be, but he is now.
He's let that pride go to his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got that.
He's going to be
offer from the
humbled
Lakers.
this year because they ain't winning no championship this year.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
would
guys
agree.
see the video of him talking to the ref? He goes, "Hey, don't turn your back on me. I'm the best in this game. Don't you turn your back to me." Like you could see him saying that through his. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not a very good lip reader, but there were some other words that come out of his mouth as well.
Yeah.
He says some HBO words.
Yes.
I'm the best
Yep.
coach in this game. What do you mean?
Beep, beep, boop, boop.
Yeah.
No, Rick Pitino's the best coach in this game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen,
Go, Rick. Go Johnnies. Go
if
Johnnies.
there is
Go Johnnies.
if there's 1,000 fans of Rick Pitino, Cody is one. If there's 100, Cody is one.
They're
If
ranked like 13th right now or something like
15th,
that.
yeah.
15th,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they're the number one in the Big East. They'll probably knock out Marquette and UConn. Probably win the March Madness, and
Yeah.
you know. So.
I think Cody's got the St. John's shirt on under that.
My friend
Pick
Matt
that.
really wanted me to do that. I had to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. He's a huge St. John's guy. He really wanted me to do that.
Not to mention, St. John's basically has home court advantage in the Big East tournament. So, I mean, I don't see why
That is
they
pretty
wouldn't.
crazy. That is
Why is
pretty
it, what's
crazy.
up with all the random St. John's facts? Where's St. John's located? Can we get
It's
a city?
Chicago.
Looking up?
They play at Madison Square Garden. They're in New York.
I thought it was Chicago.
I was going to
No.
say, they're flying in from Chicago to Madison.
Not
Square
even
Garden
close.
every week.
No. Jake and Cody know how bad I am with like college teams and where they're at. If the city or state is not in the team name, I have no idea where it's
Where's
at.
Georgetown, California?
Hey, I do know where Georgetown is.
Where's Louisville, Tennessee?
Okay, not that.
Okay, bro.
The city name
What's
is in
Michigan's
that.
mascot? Trojans.
I was half asleep and panicking. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Act like you're Mr. Perfect. Okay.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
Where's Middle Tennessee? Arkansas.
You done yet?
No.
You get all that out?
I got it out.
Okay.
Go.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
I'm sorry, I don't keep up with St. John. I don't keep up with the Big East.
John's, not St. John.
Big John.
That's
I love
first.
Big John. He's my boy.
Yeah, big,
I think,
big,
Probably
I
Big
think
John.
that's why we
man.
lost the Arkansas game. He was at that game. I think that's why, or the Alabama game. I think that's why we lost.
No, that's Justin. Justin
Did not go to the Alabama game.
No, Justin revert. All I'm saying is ever since
Exactly.
Cats Cut started, and Justin's been a part of it. Every time he goes to a game, Kentucky wins. It's like it flipped that curse because used to.
So you're
Justin
saying I
couldn't
should
catch a
buy
dub.
tickets and go tomorrow? Is that what I
That's
just
what
heard?
I'm
Or
saying you should
all
buy
of the
tickets and give it
games.
to me.
I'm thinking about it.
Are you really?
We were talking about it. I
If
don't know
you if you
will or
go,
not.
let me know. I'll go with.
I am off tomorrow.
I'm not off, but I will.
But
get
you're
off
your own
early.
boss.
I will get off early.
you can call in. Call into your boss tomorrow, Justin.
Hey boss,
hear
I'm
you.
sick. Okay.
Use a sick day. So make sure you call Cumberland Auto Rentals tomorrow after 2:00. Leave a bunch of hateful voicemail. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But yeah, I'm excited for this game tomorrow. I think it'll be a good one. Which I feel like I want to see how Pope goes against Rick Barnes. Like I feel like that'll be a good test for him. I mean, we saw a few already, but the rivalry game between Kentucky and Tennessee, that's going to be a big one. If he can get the early dub, be huge.
I would like to see Garrison and Amari Williams on the floor in a zone, in a 2-3 zone. I like to see what that would look like.
Sure.
And I think that I don't know if they'll do that or not. I also would like to see a 1-3-1 like they've done some against Tennessee. I just think we need to force them to beat us on the outside, but always have someone on Chaz Lanier in a zone. Always know where he's at. If someone's always on him, if they screen for him in a zone, automatically double team him and get it out of his hands.
Yeah.
I feel like if they do that, I feel like we'll pretty much shut them down offensively. But we just got to have people crashing the boards. This whole standing around watching. I think that's what made me more mad about the Vanderbilt game was there towards the end when Vanderbilt had one guy on the free throw line and we had 4, and that guy out-hustled all of our guys to get the rebound, even though they called it out of bounds, and then he didn't call the timeout in time. That just frustrated me so much out of anything that went on in that game. I just want to we've got to just be able to say match their intensity, hustling, going after the boards. If we do that type of stuff with that mindset in this game, and then I believe eventually the offense is going to come to us. So I think that'll be the best case scenario for us.
Who do you pick, Justin, to guard Chaz Lanier?
Probably Otega Oweh.
Okay.
Who? Sorry, I had the headphones off.
I asked him who would he pick to guard Chaz Lanier tomorrow.
Oh,
Picked Oweh.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear it through my mic, but it sounds like there's like a UFO or something above me, just really loud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It'll be okay.
I can't do the hand thing. But yeah, I like that pick. I think Oweh stepped up huge the past few games.
Oweh always plays good.
He had 21 points and 12 rebounds against Vanderbilt. I mean, he played a great game and stuff. So I just give him props for sure. I mean, he played great.
Yeah.
I think him and Lamont Butler did have a couple of critical turnovers there in the late second half that kind of sealed the deal in that. But I just don't think we're going to turnover-wise, we're not going to continue to do that. We're not going to repeat that. I really don't see that happening.
But hats off to Otega Oweh for balling out. And speaking of hats, welcome. We have had a gracious sponsorship with our boys over at State Line Co. It's truly awesome and an honor to be teaming up with the greatest hat company in all of the world and all of history. I'm pretty sure if State Line would have been around back in like 1776, George Washington would have had one on when they made the $1 bills and signed the Declaration of Independence. But also, if you're looking for some of the greatest hats, you can find your camo, your hunting hats, Kentucky hats. They got a few Cincinnati hats, and, if you're a Vols fan, I know Dylan is, they've got some Tennessee hats on there. And if you're going to buy them, use CATSCUT10 for 10% off. So go check them out.
Yeah.
And if you like this hat that me and Cody's got on, Justin's getting one. We'll have to get you one too, Jake.
We'll get you
Well, I appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah, we'll get you one here soon, because you're pretty much a host on this show. You're on here
I'll
more
give you
than me.
Blake's. I'll give you Blake's.
That's funny.
I've got enough. I'll give you one to Jake next time I see you. But yeah, go check them out. Greatest hat company to ever exist. But back to the Cats.
Has Otega Oweh had a bad game this year?
Not really. I think he scored double digits every single game this year, has he not?
I'm pretty sure he has.
I think I may be making a bold statement here, but I wouldn't be shocked if he'll be top 15 to top 20 in the NBA draft.
I could see that.
I don't think he's going to go this year, though.
Why not?
I just think he'll stay one more year.
You think so?
Yeah, because the money difference in 20 and top 10 is drastically different.
Well,
I think it's drastically different.
I'd say what Justin just said is probably what's going to happen. But I'm actually hoping for what you're saying, Christian, because I would love to see him next year.
There's been a few reports that he's leaning towards staying for next year. I mean, that all depends on if we go on some crazy run, and draft stock changes week to week anyways. Like, I mean, a bad game here and there, or just kind of going off.
I don't know the numbers, but here's another question. If you're a late first rounder or early second rounder in the draft, how do you compare with being NIL at one of the top programs in the country, money-wise?
Let me look.
Because that's a good question. Because if you're like, well, if you want to make the same money or possibly more money to stay one more year and play D1, I probably would in that situation.
Yeah, let me look. All right, so
Almanor is another guy that stepped up while he's doing that. Sorry.
That's very true. I would agree with Clay.
Ever since I called him out on CATSCUT, he has stepped up and answered.
He heard you, Justin.
He heard you. He saw you talking. He said,
I just want to say I appreciate you stepping up, and I am so sorry. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all recognize it though. Like, hey, ever since then, that Mississippi State game, he was an animal. We won that game because he came in clutch.
Very true. Very true. While Christian's looking that up, do you guys think that Trent Noah is going to make another appearance tomorrow like he kind of did against Vandy and get some minutes in?
With Carr being injured, yes. I think he gave us a good spark off the bench in that first half. He did excellent.
Absolutely.
I think the main thing our freshman is going to have to get better is defensively, which as a team we need to get better defensively, obviously. But we just get beat a lot off the dribble, with our freshmen in defense. But once they can get that adjustment in there, I mean, because their shooting's going to be there, it's going to come to them, But I thought Trent did outstanding against Vanderbilt, probably one of the best players of the game for us outside of OA, honestly, for the time they had in the game.
Sure.
So going from a top 10 pick, so number 10 rookie, like first year, they're making about $4.5 million, and then it goes to like 4.7, and then a little bit over 5. Pick number 20 starts out at 2, and then it goes to 2.9, and then a little bit over 3. So there's about $4 to $5 million. Plus a fourth year option, plus that 5th year as well, the qualifying offer for that 5th year. So there's quite a bit of money in between those 10 picks. Yeah. So, and I mean, I feel like
if you're late first round, like super late first round, early second, you probably should stay in college.
Yep.
Right. I mean,
agreed.
If you're a top player on your team, it makes sense. So, I mean, you have to keep that in mind draft stock wise, and that will also help us retain players too, and keep them longer. Just for that simple fact, if I can make the same money or possibly more money playing for UK, I mean, why would you not stay?
Well, that kid from BYU, I mean, what does he make? Is it $8 million that's going in next year? Is that what they gave him? $8 million?
Crazy.
So,
yeah.
He's about making what a top 3 pick makes a year.
Yeah. He's not a player that I would really want in Kentucky, because that just tells me he doesn't really want to play college ball. He's just in it for, monetary value. And those are types of players that Cal got all his years. And players that are just like team players. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, I mean, that's the NIL stuff and transfer portal. It's good. I think there's good and bad with it, because, like, if somebody like you think's going to sit there and develop over the years like used to, isn't going to happen as much, if that makes sense. Like, you got to have a steady NIL budget there. Like, Kentucky, luckily, one of the better Kentucky basketball programs, has a little bit more NIL money than most schools, so they'll be able to keep like a Brandon Garrison, Trent Noah, people like that kind of develop them. But like these smaller schools, like these MAC schools, like they won't be able to keep these guys as long as maybe a Kentucky or UConn or a bigger program would.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but all right, let's get a little early score prediction for tomorrow because I know we usually put out a little graphic. We might add you in there too, Jacob.
Sure.
Put you on the graphic finally. What we thinking tomorrow?
So me first.
Whoever wants to go first.
I'll say Kentucky wins 81-78. Sure.
Okay. Cody?
I'm gonna say Kentucky wins 72-71.
Oh. Okay. Justin?
Man, I'm going to give 79-74 Kentucky.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that Almanor hits a game-winning 3 with like 5 seconds left.
And then he screams out, he goes, "That's for you, Justin."
That's what he said.
And then, but I'm going to go Kentucky 68, Tennessee 65.
Terrible, awful.
It's going to be a big defensive game.
I was going to go that low, but I think Tennessee will score more than that. But I just don't see them holding Kentucky in the 60s. So I'm kind of right there at the 79s.
I think we start out slow.
I'm sure that's subject. I'd say both teams subject to start off kind of slow. But
watch us all be wrong and it be like a 98 to 100 final or something.
It's with Kentucky though. It's possible. I mean,
it is.
Never know, man.
All right, who's going to be your guys' MVP or most valuable player?
Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Owe.
I'm going to go well, I guess I don't want to do Owe now.
Owe's a safe bet.
Well, I just think his defensive presence.
I'm gonna say Kobe Bryant. I'm gonna say he gets hot. Him or Almanor.
Cody's just saying.
We're all saying Robinson, Owe, and Almanor, and next.
Well, I said Robinson, and Christian said Robinson, so I quit saying Robinson because I didn't.
Well, I didn't say Robinson. I said
next
Owe.
thing you know,
I mean Owe. Sorry.
Out of nowhere, Williams is going to have 30 points and 15 rebounds and have the game of his life and the one game that he should. And you're just like,
bad.
Where's this been? Top,
he's going to have a Justin Edwards game.
Yeah.
He has no business scoring that many points.
That was the only game that was solid for him last year, was it not? Was it UT? I feel like.
Yeah, he had one against UT, and he had a game Arkansas.
One at home. Yeah, he had one at home. Yeah.
Yeah, that Tennessee game was crazy, bro. He went nuts.
Yeah, it's where did this come from? But we're thankful. Yeah, we need something like that.
Well, when he went off that game, I thought we were poised for a deep run in the tournament because it was right before tournament time, and I was like, okay,
clicking at the right time.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I guess Cal's right. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Oh man.
Well, what do you guys think? In this Arkansas game, what do you think it's going to look like?
All gas, no brakes. They're going to come out all that's going to – honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they've already overlooked this Tennessee game and looked on to that Arkansas game.
I hope they don't overlook
I hope
Tennessee.
not.
I highly doubt that.
We need this win tomorrow.
I know we need it. I'm just saying – that's in the back of Pope's brain right now. He's already looking toward that game because he's talked about it a few times.
I highly doubt it.
You never know.
We'll
it's a trap game.
I doubt that. If you can guard the inside against Arkansas, you're going to win that game. That's all you got to do. You guard the inside, that game's over.
I've watched Arkansas play about 3 or 4 times this year. They are probably one of the worst 3-point shooting teams I have ever seen in my life.
A Cal team?
Yeah, exactly. They're what's so bad is they're probably the most athletic team of all of D1 basketball this year. I would say they're the most athletic group. But if you can just contain DG Wagner, dribble drive,
DG?
if you can just get DG? No.
That's what we're going to call him right now because
Dollar General,
DG. Thank you, Justin. That was accurate.
Dollar General. No, if we can contain him driving to the basket, staying in front of him, we'll be good. But again, it's just like what you said earlier, Christian. It seems like some of these teams that cannot shoot threes whatsoever just as the game of their life.
It's like they take the
And there's-
stats and all the stuff and just turn it to the max. It's like these guys that never hit a three before go for like 10 for 10 from deep.
Arkansas does pretty good defensively, though. I mean, they do contain teams. They just can't put points on the board to save their life. And so I think it'll be interesting. We should win by 15 or so in that game. We should. I know you got, with Arkansas and their players' history, Thiero, Wagner, and these guys, Big Z playing for Kentucky. I know they're going to be ready to play. So they may have a whole different mindset coming to that game. But they're overall, their collective ability to play, they're not that good. I mean, and it's terrible. It's just there's just no cohesiveness whatsoever to that team. They don't click offensively at all. And so, if we play our type of ball, we should win by 15 or so in that game.
Absolutely.
And I think, and of course, Rep's going to be with it. So I think that, really we should win by 15.
I hope so. I hope we win by 30.
Well,
I hope that like Trent Noah has like 15 plus minutes that game.
that would be awesome.
Like I hope Travis Perry hits like the 20 mark. Like I hope we blow him out that bad.
Well, I hope so too.
I hope Pope is getting minutes. Like that's how bad we beat him. Like Pope gets a double or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you got to think it's going to be a weird day for Calipari going into the away locker room, when he's been there for so many years and stuff. It's going to be a different experience for him walking into that building. But if I'm Pope, I'll watch the 2010 Elite Eight game when Kentucky played West Virginia, and West Virginia never hit a 2-point basket in the entire first half. All of their points were threes and free throws. If I'm Pope, that's the game I'll start watching for game film. And that's how you just silence the Arkansas team to where it's basically over by halftime.
I like it.
I'm with it.
Which restaurant is it that Cal always went to? Like I know Stoops has Jeff Ruby's. What was Cal's?
Mm-hmm.
There was one. I can't remember what it's called. Hopefully somebody that's watching tells me. But what do? He walks in there and he gets booed out.
Oh, now that would be kind of bad.
Do you think there's going to be boos?
I don't think he'll get booed. I think
No.
You don't think he'll get booed?
I think it'll be a mixture. I think it'll be an equal down the line cheers and boos. I think he should be cheered. I do.
I agree.
Let me say this, and this may be a very unpopular take, but here it goes. Coach Cal had the audacity to not cost us millions of dollars. And if something doesn't change with our football program, you're going to see exactly what Coach Cal could have done.
Agreed.
To spend, I refuse to quit. I refuse to leave. You're going to have to fire me and pay me my millions, and that's what could have happened. And so, I want to just say this. I've got to appreciate that he didn't cost us $40 million or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Coach Cal did leave. I hate that he left in the middle of the night after saying he's preparing for next season. But think about how mad Lexington would be right now, how mad and upset we would be if we had Arkansas's team and we were second to last in the SEC right now. I mean, oh my goodness. Can you just imagine what kind of –
I don't want to. I'd about cry.
Imagine what it would be like right now,
Yeah.
We'd be talking about football right now.
Yeah.
I would
We'd be
actually
talking
about football.
We'd be talking about football.
We'd be talking about baseball right now.
Well, that's true.
Well,
Baseball.
we actually could talk a little bit about baseball. Baseball starts in about 2 more weeks.
Would y'all like to go to a baseball game?
I
Sure.
would be open for that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I mean, they play. I mean, season tickets aren't bad. So
Hey, I'll
I'd
tell you
say
a good game. Another good game going to be coming up too here in next week or so is UK women's LSU playing at UK.
Yes, sold out already.
Are you kidding? Sold out already?
Sold out last week.
Yeah, already sold out.
Wow.
That'll be it. I mean, hey, that would have been a good
They've
game.
been on fire.
Kentucky's only lost one SEC game so far.
at Texas A&M. So
yeah, they got a big game coming up though. They got Bama at home.
But I was just saying
about
that, like, you know, Stubbs is subject to do what Cal could have done, and so I've got to give Cal at least the appreciation that he did not do that. I mean, he was at our program probably a couple years too long. I get all that, but he could have put us in a position that cost us millions of dollars.
True.
So for me, I think that alone for his ending, leaving UK, should be enough. I mean, we did have some great successful years, you know, first half of his tenure. So I think we need to celebrate that, remember that. But he is going to be booed as much as he is cheered.
Sure. It still surprises me to this day that he did not go to the NBA. Very much surprises me.
Wait, who are you surprised about now?
Cal. Like he did not go to the NBA, and that surprises me.
I think that first trip to the NBA kind of told him he didn't want to be an NBA coach anymore.
Could be.
Yeah. So if you were at the game,
it would probably be more of a front office job of some sort versus coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were at the game, would you cheer or boo? We'll go each of us. Jake.
Me, I would cheer. You know, I never really, you know me. I don't, unless it is the Baltimore Ravens or the Pittsburgh Steelers, I do not boo.
Or John Calipari. I mean, yeah, you know.
Bring him back. No. Cody.
Cheer.
Cheer. Yeah. Justin, I guess you would cheer.
I would stand and clap. I wouldn't go like,
okay.
I'd probably just stand and clap. I probably wouldn't even say anything.
I'd boo the crap out of him.
Justin would be like, "Get that bum out of the spring! Get that bum out of here! That's ridiculous."
Yeah, I would.
How many games you won? None. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, I would boo the crap out of him.
I think they'll finish last in the SEC.
Do you think they'll finish behind South Carolina?
I do.
They may lose to South Carolina.
Listen, guys, if you look at their schedule, the games they should have won have been at home. They've lost to Oklahoma at home. They've lost 2 or 3 games at home, and it ain't even the upper teams in the SEC.
Does that surprise you?
It has surprised me that they've done as bad as they have done this year.
So how long do you guys think Cal's going to be at Arkansas?
1 year. I say
3.
The standard at Arkansas is not exactly like the tallest standard or the highest standard.
How long was his contract for?
Very good question, Christian. Do you know that?
What is it?
We will find that out.
I'm gonna say he'll finish his contract, whatever it is. If it's 5 years, if it's 7,
that's a good answer.
He'll finish it out and then he'll retire.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I just thank God every day for Tyson Chicken. 5-year deal.
Wow.
He's there 5 years and then he retires.
Okay.
Rick Barnes coached Kevin Durant. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, wow. And so they did not make the Final Four.
If he coaches his contract out, he'll be 70 years old.
Wow.
Cal will be 70.
Then he runs for president.
Oh my!
It's time to start your presidency, guys. 70's the age, boys.
He starts his campaign. He goes defense from going from Arkansas, whatever it is they say.
When I turn 70, I'm gonna let y'all tell me what I should campaign for. I want to run for something here in Lee County, just because.
No, his campaign will be built for November.
That's good. That is good.
That's good, man.
And then he loses in a landslide. He lets some candidate that has no shot at beating him beat him.
That's terrible, man.
Some guy from Oakland would beat him. Jack Golke runs against him. Beats him by 3 votes. Oh man. All right. Oh man. But yeah, I'm hoping. I hope we beat Tennessee tomorrow. Be a big game. I hope we sweep the week. Sweep the week and we'll be cooking.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
Sweep the week.
Here's
and I'll shotgun 2 energy drinks back to back.
Dang.
Sounds good.
And you can record me.
Sounds
good. You can hold me to it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Just it's like you're an idiot.
Well, I hope tomorrow we can end this 2-game losing streak, and we don't need to go to 3-game losing streak before the weekend. I think that's another big reason we need a win. But if we can win these next 2 games, man, it'll set the pace for the rest of the season for sure.
Heck yeah. But yeah, I think this is a great way to start winding down the episode and finish it.
Why are we whining?
Winding. Okay. All right, Mr. Perfect. All right. No. But yeah, we always end with our Bible verses. So Cody, why don't you start us off tonight?
I got it. 1 Chronicles 16:34. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. That's all I got. I just pulled it up.
I like it. So I got Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. That's all I got.
I like it. I feel bad that I didn't give an explanation. I'll do it next time. Or not an explanation, but just more. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Jake, let's hear it.
My verse that I'm really been looking at, and I don't really know, I'm not really sure why, it's just kind of where I'm at right now. 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. And we like highlighting, fought the good fight and finishing the race. But those 2 things can't be done if you don't keep the faith. So keep the faith, guys.
Like it.
All right, Justin, let's hear it.
2 Timothy 2:13. If we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself. I feel like at times we all could say that we've let our faith down or maybe slipped up, messed up, fallen short along the way. But in spite of that, God will not deny his nature and who he is. He is faithful, always has been, always will be. He's a steady rock foundation for us. And so I just want to encourage those that are listening or watching tonight that if you feel like you've messed up, you slipped, you felt faithless, been faithless, something of that nature, just call on God, just surrender to him because he's unchanging. Word says he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So you can lean on him, you can trust him, you can go to him because he's not going to deny who he is when you've messed up on your journey.
That was awesome.
Absolutely.
Justin always cooks.
Ain't that the truth?
He always cooks. He's always in that bag. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you like what we do, share, like the post that you're watching here. But if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, rate us 5 stars and share it with a friend. And as always,
if you don't like us, do it again. Do it anyways. Go Johnny's. Go Johnny's. I mean, Cats. Sorry, Cats. Okay.
All righty. As always, go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Oh!